Today, we are going to talk about the different mixtures that can be done with water as a solvent. We are going to study what is the difference between solutions, suspensions, and colloids. Let's start with solutions. Solutions, you know a lot of them. They are mixtures that are completely homogeneous. They are crystal clear. They are very transparent. You can see through the mixture. They are made with a solute that is soluble in water and a solvent that in this case is water. The solutions never separate into layers over time. They are very stable. They will not be separated through the filter, through a filter. The different parts of the solution cannot be separated. And the light passes through this type of mixtures. That's why they are clear and they are transparent. Other type of mixtures are the ones that are called suspensions. Suspensions are mixtures that are heterogeneous. That means that you can see different components of the mixture. They are not stable. They separate with time. They form layers with time. The filters can separate the different components of a mixture because some of the particles are big and they won't pass through the filter. They are made with substances that are not soluble in each other and they scatter light. That means that they are not really transparent. Other type of mixtures are the ones that we call colloids. They are not true solutions because they are made with substances that are not really soluble in each other. But anyway, they are homogeneous and they are stable. They won't separate with time into layers. These type of substances are, for example, the milk that you know that contains fats and contains also water, and the milk is very stable and is homogeneous. Mayonnaise is another example that is stable and contains water and oil. The colloids are divided into different types. They are of special interest in the food industry and the cosmetic industry also. The liquid colloids that are emulsions, examples are milk, mayonnaise, and homogeneous salad dressings. On the other side, we have the solid liquid colloids that are the gels. Gelatin and some jellies are examples of gels. When we're talking about emulsions, they are most of the times made with water and oil components. For making emulsions, we need to have an emulsifier. An emulsifier is a chemical, is a special substance that helps the water and oil molecules to form homogeneous and stable mixtures. Let's see how emulsifiers work. Emulsifiers have a hydrophobic and a hydrophilic tails. If you remember, substances like water can be polar. Polar means that they have a positive and a negative ending. And the polar substances like water, like salt, like sugar, are soluble in each other. And in the other side, these emulsifiers also have a hydrophobic tail. The hydrophobic part is non-polar and it cannot be dissolved in water, it is dissolved in oil. When you have an emulsifier, that is a substance that contains both hydrophilic and hydrophobic tails, that substance can make that stabilization process that we need in order to make the emulsion to be homogeneous. So this is how emulsifiers work. Let me clear these drawings that I have here so we can continue. If you see, the emulsifiers help the mixture to be homogeneous, help trap both type of molecules, the polar and also the non-polar, and make them to be all mixed in a homogeneous and stable mixture. Here we have examples of a mayonnaise with an emulsifier and a mayonnaise without an emulsifier. how the one that doesn't contain emulsifier separates with time. On the other side, here we have another type of colloids, different than the emulsifier, the emulsions that we call the gels. You know some of the examples of gels. These are mixtures that are made with solids and liquids. The solids are big molecules like pectins that are one type of carbohydrate that is present in many fruits that helps to trap the liquid and make it stable. Another example is the proteins that are present in gelatin that makes that water that is present in gelatin also be trapped and be stable in the form of a gel. So gels are other type of colloids. We have here a summary of what we have seen. The different mixtures formed with water could be true solutions, could be colloids that are divided into types, emulsions and gels. The true solutions, emulsions, and gels are all homogeneous. And in the other side, we have the suspensions that are heterogeneous and they separate in layers with time. As a homework, I will ask you to prepare a salad dressing in your house. The requirement is that that salad dressing should be an emulsion. That means that it should be homogeneous and stable. How are you going to prepare an emulsion? You need a physical help that will be a blender, a strong agitation. You need that in order to be able to prepare an emulsion. And also you need a chemical help that will be the emulsifier. Which substances, where we can find emulsifiers? There are some natural substances that contain emulsifiers that you need to add to your salad dressing in order to make it stable. One example is lecithin that is present in egg yolk and also in mustard. Another example is the casein that is present in milk and in yogurt, and they can act as emulsifiers. Find recipes that contain this type of ingredients. Examples are homemade mayonnaise, also honey mustard dressing, Caesar dressing contains egg yolks, and coriander dressing who contains yogurt that will help as emulsifier. I hope that you enjoyed this lab and enjoy the salad that you will eat when you finish. Thank you very much.